Imagine if every decision you made came from a place of deep clarity, where the noise of the world couldn't shake you, and your mind felt like a calm, steady lake. In a society drowning in distractions and opinions, true clarity has become rare and priceless. Today, we're diving into 6 powerful Buddhist principles that can cut through the chaos, sharpen your focus, and bring you that crystal-clear mind you've been searching for. These aren't just ideas. They're tools to help you think with purpose, see with depth, and live with peace. Ready to discover the art of thinking clearly? Let's get started. 1. Cut through the noise. In today's world, our minds are constantly bombarded by information, emails, notifications, news, opinions. This constant influx creates a fog, making it difficult to think clearly. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness, the practice of bringing attention to the present moment and cutting through this mental noise. To truly understand mindfulness, imagine each thought as a ripple on a still pond. When thoughts are few and far between, the water remains calm, allowing you to see clearly to the bottom. But when countless thoughts rush in, the water becomes turbulent, making it impossible to see. The practice of mindfulness is about reducing these ripples, bringing you back to clarity. Start with small practices, like focusing on your breath or observing your surroundings without judgment. The more you practice, the better you become at filtering out distractions. When your mind is still and focused, thinking clearly becomes a natural outcome, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with a calm and centered mind. 2. Master the power of detachment. Buddhism teaches that attachment to outcomes, desires, and expectations can cloud our thinking. When we are attached, we often make decisions out of fear, frustration, or impatience rather than wisdom. Detachment isn't about giving up. Rather, it's about freeing yourself from the grip of rigid expectations. If you're invested in being seen as successful, every setback can feel like a personal failure, clouding your judgment. But when you detach from needing a specific outcome, you're better able to see the situation clearly. Detachment helps you take a step back and look at things objectively. Think of it as taking off tinted glasses that distort reality. By releasing attachment, you free your mind from emotional biases, enabling you to approach challenges with a calm, rational perspective. This detachment empowers you to see things as they are, not as you wish them to be, making room for wisdom and discernment to guide your decisions. 3. Simplify complex thoughts. Our minds have a tendency to overcomplicate problems, creating an intricate web of thoughts that can feel overwhelming. Buddhism teaches the beauty of simplicity, which can be applied to our thinking. By breaking down complex thoughts into smaller, manageable steps, we gain a clearer view of our situation. Imagine that you're faced with a large, daunting task. Instead of letting it overwhelm you, simplify it by breaking it into smaller parts. Take one step at a time. This approach not only makes problems easier to solve, but also reduces anxiety. By focusing on one piece at a time, your mind becomes more centered, allowing you to think with greater clarity and precision. Simplicity is the key to maintaining peace and focus. The less mental clutter you carry, the clearer your thoughts will be. This lesson is about learning to approach every problem with a sense of ease, cutting away unnecessary complications to see the heart of the matter. Lesson 4. Question your assumptions. Buddhism teaches that self-inquiry and introspection are essential for gaining clarity and wisdom. Often, we go through life holding on to beliefs and assumptions we've never really looked at closely. These assumptions can be about ourselves, others, or even the world around us. Because they often sit in the background of our minds, they shape our reactions, decisions, and perceptions without us realizing it. For example, if you have an underlying belief that "I am not good enough," you might react defensively or avoid challenges. If you believe people can't be trusted, you may miss opportunities to build meaningful connections. These assumptions can sometimes blind us to alternative perspectives or more balanced ways of seeing things. Clear thinking means questioning these beliefs regularly and not just taking them at face value. When you find yourself in a challenging situation or when you feel stuck, try pausing and asking yourself questions like, "Why do I believe this?" Or, "Is this belief something I truly believe, or did I inherit it from others?" This process helps uncover the roots of your assumptions, giving you insights into why you think and feel the way you do. For instance, you might realize that you believe success requires sacrificing happiness because you were raised around people who always worked hard but didn't seem content. Understanding this can help you question if that belief truly aligns with how you want to live your life. By engaging in this practice, you open yourself to new perspectives and possibilities. You may discover that some of your beliefs are based on outdated ideas, misunderstandings, or even external influences like societal expectations or family values, rather than your own insights and experiences. When you begin to break down these mental barriers, you start to see the world with a fresh perspective. Freeing yourself from these biases allows your mind to become more flexible and open, making it easier to approach situations with wisdom and a calm, clear mind. This self-inquiry doesn't mean doubting everything, but rather approaching your beliefs with curiosity. Instead of saying, "This is just how I am," try saying, "Is there another way to see this?" When you challenge your assumptions, you give yourself the freedom to grow and adapt. You might find that certain beliefs no longer serve you, or that they're holding you back from living a fulfilling life. By questioning your assumptions, you not only gain clarity, but also open the door to personal growth and understanding, allowing you to live a life that feels more authentic and aligned with who you truly are. Lesson 5. Embrace delayed judgment. In Buddhism, patience is a cornerstone, especially when it comes to forming judgments or making decisions. In our fast-paced world, we're often encouraged to act quickly, sometimes leading us to judge situations or people without fully understanding them. However, the Buddhist approach of embracing delayed judgment invites us to pause, observe, and reflect before jumping to conclusions. This isn't just about slowing down, it's about creating space for clarity and wisdom to emerge. Imagine a challenging situation at work. Your initial reaction might be to assume that a colleague is unsupportive or even working against you. Acting on this assumption could lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary tension. But if you choose to delay judgment, giving yourself time to gather more information, you're more likely to see things from different perspectives. Perhaps that colleague was simply having a tough day or didn't fully understand your intentions. When we take a step back, we allow ourselves to approach situations more calmly and objectively, which often leads to wiser, more balanced decisions. Delayed judgment also helps us keep our emotions from clouding our thoughts. When we're emotionally charged, be it with frustration, anger, or even excitement, our judgment can become distorted. Embracing delayed judgment means acknowledging these emotions, but not letting them control our actions. Instead, we wait until our emotions settle before we decide or conclude. This shift from impulsive reaction to thoughtful response enables us to handle situations with more composure. While a reaction is often driven by immediate emotions, a response is thoughtful, intentional, and considers the larger context. This practice doesn't mean ignoring situations or avoiding decisions altogether. It's about exercising discernment and understanding when to act and when to wait. Think of it as allowing a cup of muddy water to settle. If you keep stirring it, the water stays cloudy, but if you let it sit, The mud sinks to the bottom, leaving the water clear. Our minds work similarly. When we give ourselves time to let thoughts and emotions settle, clarity follows. In a society where speed is often mistaken for efficiency, embracing delayed judgment may feel counterintuitive. But not every situation demands an immediate response. Practicing delayed judgment fosters patience and confidence in our own wisdom. It allows us to approach decisions with a calm and open mind, considering all aspects of a situation. When we give ourselves this time, we train ourselves to see beyond the surface and gain a deeper understanding of people, situations, and ultimately, ourselves. Delayed judgment also nurtures empathy. By holding back from snap decisions, we're more likely to consider others' perspectives, building stronger relationships and fostering a sense of understanding. This practice helps us recognize patterns in our own reactions. You may start noticing that certain situations or people consistently trigger quick judgments, highlighting areas for personal growth. This simple pause becomes a tool for self-mastery, helping us respond with grace, even when others might rush to react. As you make delayed judgment a habit, it transforms not only how you think, but also how you interact with the world. You'll begin making choices rooted in clarity and wisdom, building a life that reflects your values and true self. This small act of waiting can create a powerful ripple effect, allowing you to approach life with openness, insight, and a deep sense of inner peace. 6. Strengthen your mental filters. Buddhism places great emphasis on the quality of the mind, and one way to cultivate a strong, clear mind is by strengthening your mental filters. In a world filled with constant information, opinions, and distractions, it's easy for our minds to become cluttered. Strengthening mental filters means becoming selective about the thoughts, influences, and beliefs we allow to take root in our minds. Think of your mind as a garden. If you're not careful about the seeds you plant, your thoughts, weeds can quickly take over, crowding out the peace and clarity needed for clear thinking. Mental filters help you choose what to focus on and what to let go. If you're constantly exposed to negativity, criticism, or unnecessary distractions, these can seep into your mind, affecting how you see yourself and the world. By being mindful of the content you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the people you surround yourself with, you can create an environment where positivity and clarity flourish. Strengthening your mental filters means developing the discipline to guard your mind, allowing in thoughts that contribute to your well-being while filtering out those that don't. Social media can be a major source of mental clutter. If you're exposed to constant comparisons, criticism, or sensationalized news, these can weigh down your mind and create stress. By setting boundaries around what you consume, like limiting your time on certain platforms or choosing accounts that inspire and uplift, you're using your mental filters to protect your peace. This doesn't mean ignoring the world or avoiding challenges, but rather choosing how and when to engage with certain influences so you remain in control of what enters your mental space. Another aspect of strengthening mental filters is learning to control self-critical thoughts. Many of us carry an inner voice that doubts, judges, or discourages us. Buddhist teachings encourage us to observe this inner dialogue with compassion and to actively replace negative thoughts with constructive, supportive ones. If your inner voice constantly tells you, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never succeed," these thoughts create mental barriers, making it hard to think clearly and objectively. By recognizing and consciously filtering out these self-defeating thoughts, you free yourself to approach life with a more confident and positive mindset. Practicing gratitude and self-compassion are powerful tools for strengthening mental filters. Gratitude helps you focus on what's going well in your life, shifting your mind away from lack or negativity. Self-compassion allows you to treat yourself with kindness, which weakens the grip of self-critical thoughts. By practicing gratitude and self-compassion regularly, you reinforce mental filters that support clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Being selective about the company you keep is essential for mental clarity. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, judgmental, or constantly complaining, their mindset can start influencing yours. But if you spend time with people who are positive, supportive, and inspiring, their energy uplifts you, encouraging your own growth and clarity. This doesn't mean avoiding people who are going through challenges, but rather choosing to engage with those who contribute to your mental well-being and growth. Strengthening your mental filters also involves choosing your battles wisely. Not every situation, comment, or opinion deserves your energy. When you learn to let go of things that don't serve your growth or peace, you protect your mental energy. This can mean ignoring gossip, letting go of grudges, or refusing to engage in unnecessary arguments. By filtering out what doesn't matter, you create space in your mind for thoughts and actions that do, allowing you to approach life with focus and intention. Over time, as you strengthen these filters, you become more resilient to life's challenges. When negativity arises, it has less impact on you because your mental filters are strong enough to deflect it. Your mind becomes like a clear, still pond, undisturbed by the ripples of external influences. This mental clarity helps you make better decisions, reduces stress, and enables you to live a life aligned with your values and true self. Strengthening your mental filters is about being intentional with what you allow into your mind. By guarding your thoughts, influences, and relationships, you create a mental environment that supports peace, clarity, and positive growth. This practice gives you the power to shape your reality, focusing on what matters and letting go of what doesn't. With a well-filtered mind, you'll find yourself moving through life with more inner strength, resilience, and purpose. It's a path toward a life where you're not easily swayed by distractions, but are centered in a clear, empowered mind. Thinking clearly is a skill, one that requires practice, patience, and a commitment to self-awareness. By incorporating these 6 Buddhist principles into your life, you can cultivate a mind that isn't easily swayed by distractions or attachments. You'll develop the ability to see things with calmness and clarity, responding to life from a place of wisdom and peace. Start with just one lesson today and watch how it transforms your mind. Remember, the journey toward clear thinking is also a journey toward inner peace.